Where do you want to go today?
I don't know. Honestly.
We could take a shorter drive if you didn't want to take a real long one today.
I'll probably go down 120th first and figure it out.
Check. Pretty warm today.
I really hope we get thunderstorms again this afternoon.
There you go, Joe. There you go.
Yeah.
He knows I'm teaching you how to drive. Thanks for the cheering, bro. I need it. Especially from an outside source.
Remember back when pretty much the only loops that you know were like the one by the park, the one in our neighborhood, and then like the two up that street.
I wish that thing would have just made everything work.
I really do. I've never been so sweaty in my life.
I'm just tired of hearing about it. You know me, I love the heat. I just don't want to hear about it anymore. I want it to start working again and just be off my list. Still doing good, I guess. It's not even to a quarter yet. I like how these fucking new guys come up, you know, they don't even work on our shift, and they come to help, and they go straight to where the fan's blowing and stand right there and try to work there all night. It's like, hey Dick, you don't even work up here. Fucking move over there. The spot I always work is not by the fan anyway, because there's a certain spot, if you don't work it, stuff gets backed up easy. So I always make sure I pull the boxes right there so it doesn't, because it'll literally, the boxes will pile up and go all the way up the damn belt if you don't pull that spot. Yeah, there could be like 30 boxes and it's getting backed all the way up the slide. Because nobody pulled that spot, you know? But you pull 2 or 3 boxes and the whole thing all the boxes fall down. You know? But if nobody's working that spot, it gets all jammed up unnecessarily. I'm not the fastest anymore, but I know where to work, you know, to keep things going. It's bad enough I got Hank next to me all night. He's older and slower than I am. I'm officially in the geriatric ward on MS1. There's the high volume section that gets most of the packages all night. You know, it's a little bit bigger, and then the area I work in is a little smaller. And then next to me where Ron works is even tinier. And so they serve less packages over there because there's no room. But we still get killed because there's less room. But yeah, I'm in the geriatric ward. Hank works over there with me. Scott works over there with me. Ron works in his own little tiny spot that's even more like the morgue. Cool, you got an opening. That's where all the slow old guys work. Except for Scotty, he jumps around. Like I said, he jumps around to all the light packages. Swear to God, every time I see him move to a different spot, I'll look where he was, and there's like big packages there. Yeah. And he'll go somewhere and pick off all the little ones, and then go somewhere else. Yeah. That's what Scotty does. Hey, he found a way to get through the night without killing himself. And he's still working, you know? He's not lifting anything heavy. I got this weird thing that I go for all the bigger boxes because they take up more room. And so I go for them right away to get them out of the way, to get them out of there. So that, because you could move a big box and like 6 little boxes could fill its space, you know? But if you take one of those little boxes, you've only created space for one box. All the big long boxes that are jamming stuff up in big square boxes, I'm always going for those first, all night long. That's why I say I gotta learn how to not work as hard. But I just got a way that I do it, you know? Maybe another reason that maybe I got PTSD from my thumbnail almost getting ripped off by a big box. Because it was a big square box that got jammed up against the top by some smaller boxes. So, like now when I see a big box, I grab it and get it out of there. I guess PTSD is real, huh? Okay, go ahead and slow down because they have to get going, you know? Okay. That happened to me one night at a light in the first bug that I had. It was a 1961 Beetle I bought from an old lady, so she was like the original owner. And it was that night that I was going to Commerce City. And I was slowing down to the light over by Napa on York Street. I was slowing down to the light, and then the light turned green, so I started going again. But I wasn't going very fast because I just started out. The guy coming on the road, and the light was green for him, and he saw me at the last minute, plowed into me. Okay, after this car next to you goes by, you can put your blinker on too. Okay, put your blinker on and get over. Good job. Yeah, that's how I got hit from behind, because I was stopped at the light, and then the light turned green, so I started taking off. And I looked up, and I saw these headlights just get bigger, bigger, and bigger. Like, it took like 20 seconds, and I was barely doing like 25, and the speed limit on that road was 55, so he was doing 55, and I was doing 25, and I saw him at the last minute and turned the wheel, and he hit me, and we spun around, so we were facing the other way, next to the light pole, and the whole back of my car was destroyed. And that's where the motor is on those.
Yeah, because the trunk is in the front.
a lane that you want to get in. The worst part about it is, as soon as we got out of the car and looked at the damage, me and Jason, I look over at the light, and there's a cop sitting there waiting to turn left. And he's not even paying attention to us. I go, hey! And he goes like this, he looks over. And he sees us, so he turns his lights on and comes around. And then he starts checking us to see if we're drunk. And he's like, what happened? I said, I just got hit by a guy. I said, I can see his taillights. If you guys go now, you could probably catch up to him, the guy that just hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, sir, have you been drinking? I'm like, no, I haven't been drinking. He thought somehow we were horsing around, and I spun my car around maybe and hit the light pole or something. And I said, no, dude, I just got creamed by probably a drunk driver. He's going that way. And then so he didn't go, needless to say. And about 15 minutes go by, and this other cop pulls up, and he tells the other cop, oh, he said some guy went that way. Go ahead and go down that way and look for somebody that's wrecked. And so the cop goes down that way. Then we call a tow truck, and he finds out we're not drunk or anything, right? And he's like, all right, you guys are good to go. Call a tow truck. So we call a tow truck, and they haul my bug to my mom's house, all destroyed. And they could have, if he would have just went after the guy immediately, they probably could have caught the dude.
Yeah.
But I never knew who did it. I just lost my car.
You've told me that story before, the one about the cops and stuff, but like I didn't know that was the same one as like the Commerce City story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like instant karma. We were headed to Commerce City to meet these chicks, and they were probably a couple trashy whores. And that's why I got in that wreck and never made it. It was God, like, nope, I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm not letting you get to that house. So in a way, it was like meant to be, I guess, you know? It was gonna happen. Thank God I didn't get hurt. I think my back was wrecked, you know, after that. That's why I always have back problems, and my lower back hurts on the left side.
Okay, cool. If that thing was going left, I was gonna turn. Or
Okay, wait. You gotta wait for this guy.
I know.
Okay.
If
Now
it
go
had
ahead.
gone left, I was gonna go straight. I'm like, I'm not driving behind that thing. Like I said, if that thing had been going left, I would have gone straight and been like, tell me where I need to go.
One good thing about the AC being broke right now is that we're saving a ton of power.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna help out with the bill next month, that's for sure. Okay, go ahead. You can get there before this guy, and he'll have to wait for you. Go ahead and put your left blinker on, so he knows you're not turning right. Okay? Because if you don't do that, he may pull out. You know, thinking that you were going to go that way. You know. So if there's somebody there, you got to use your blinker like that. You know.
Yeah.
There's a sundial on the lawn. I didn't realize they had that there. Big stone, like concrete sundial.
That's cool.
I should have got me a pocket watch like I got you guys. Because I wore that one and it turned my wrist green. Because of the brass, I think, you know? It must have been like uncoated. There's always water right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming from that right there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
They said that turn was so bad today because usually like the water and the ground would turn.
to swim in your pool today, bud?
I might.
Is there something wrong with it?
What?
Is there something wrong with it? Oh. JR's. That house is black.
Yeah.
At night, but you can hardly see that thing, huh? There's something on the hill.
Little birds, thank you.
These guys have been there for a while. I wonder if that's abandoned. It might be. There look like there's a couple mattresses laying on the other side. It's like we're driving in the country.
Yeah.
That's why I like Riverdale. You know, it's a nice, peaceful drive. Canally. That's as bad as streaming it to the TV like Peter, I swear to God. Peter, you're streaming it to the TV. Oh, you got a line. Go ahead and wait. Pull up a little bit. Go ahead and wait for those last two. And then over this way. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you might hit the guy camping on the roundabout. I told you about that guy.
Yeah.
Stealth neighborhood camping. Be careful that this guy doesn't put his blinker on and want to pull out, okay?
Yeah.
You better not at this point. Poor raccoon.
No, it's still there.
Eesh.
Did you see that puddle under it?
Yeah, it's oil. Just kidding. That's what they call fossil fuel. Just kidding. It's turning to oil quickly. That always makes me wonder because there's so much oil, like in Saudi Arabia and stuff. So, was there a ton of dinosaurs in Saudi Arabia when there's dinosaurs?
Maybe.
There better be.
That would make sense.
Back then, though, it was more tropical. It wasn't as dry.
The dinosaurs could go wherever they wanted because Pangea. Their roots were still there.
That was a good response I had, though. Not watching breastfeeding videos. Watching girls squeeze milk out of the tits. Crazy. Where are you gonna go?
Straight down. Straight down.
I don't watch no kids eating. That cloud, go ahead. That cloud looks like a mountain. They need to trim that.
Yeah.
They rely on the traffic, you know? And that stuff's like right there. There's a rock. There's a rock right there. I love that where he's running down the hill, like lower angles. I actually watched that when I was a kid. Like, watched it. My mom watched it, so, you know, that's what was on the TV. I love that show. And Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith is awesome. He's as awesome as Bob Ross. Where are you gonna go?
Turn here.
Okay, after this car, get into the lane where you can speed up, okay? Go ahead. And then put your left blinker on. And then stay here because you gotta stupidly get back over. They should just make that go straight, you know? Okay, go ahead and get over. Yeah, why don't they just make that turn lane? Just keep going into this one. Literally jogs over and then jogs back. Yeah, these guys are like, there's my chance. You got turn right here, right? Good job waiting for the dotted line. Dots are where I say they are. I love Sling Blade. Okay, go ahead. Why don't you go fucking practice, Randy? I ain't got no fucking band. Dwight Yoakam, he's great in that. Bunch of motherfuckers. Why don't you get out? Get on out of my house. This ain't your house. Doyle? Or he tells, what's that? What's John Ritter's name in that movie? I can't remember. A lot of work to set that stuff up and take it down, I bet. Are you gonna go all the way up to 120th or?
Yeah, and then I'll come back down Molly.
Okay. Slow down, way down. Oh, that guy fucking kind of screwed you. You went at the last second. Left you with somebody at a dead stop, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hello. Traffic is loud, huh? Yeah, there's one of those HHRs. I like those.
Yeah, those are
Dickhead. He had way more room to get up, you know? Could have got up further. Okay, wait for this to turn green and then there's nobody here, so okay, go ahead. Midas touch. There. I wonder if they're as big of a rip-off as they used to be. Remember I took my pickup there one time? Because they do mufflers, but they also do like all work on cars. They do everything. So I took it there for them to do my brakes on my truck, and they claimed that it was so bad that they wanted so much money for it, and I told them no, they couldn't do it. And they said, well, it's in such bad shape, we can't even let you drive out of here like this. And I said, I drove in here like this, and I'll drive out of here like this. Put my stuff back together, I'm out of here. And I put it back together and I drove it home. Ended up doing the brake job myself, I think. I think I found somebody that your grandpa Charlie used to take his stuff to his old shop, and then they fixed it for a lot cheaper. Guys, like, you're not going there today, are you? Yeah.
I didn't realize that the turn lane is up here.
Yeah. Well, watch out, you're getting close to the curb. Garage sale today? Oh yeah, it is Friday, huh? Well, at least it's Friday. I can't feel too bad. At least I tried, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on the plate swinging, man. And I just keep getting curveballs. I can't hit a curveball. Yeah, go ahead. Remember those days? That was no fun. All those trips we made, even after your grandma died, and we went over there to get stuff. All the trips we made, and trying to get some of your grandpa's stuff, because I know Jen and Joe were just gonna sell it. This guy's turning. like a rodeo ride. Go ahead. It's green light. Oh, go ahead and get over. Put your blinker on, get over. But don't block the street. Pull up past the street.
Go past the street.
Okay, stop, because there's a fire truck coming. And just sit here, okay?
Okay.
There's a monkey in your wrench. There's a little extra. You have to stop for a fire truck. Make sure you put your left blinker on and check to make sure nobody's going by you. That was cool. That's a good experience for you. Mark that off your list. Have you ever had to pull over for an ambulance or a fire truck? Yeah. I wonder if it's like a grass fire or something.
Maybe.
I'm sure a lot of the fields are like hay today. They're dried out. And wait for this kid to walk. Yeah, wait for him to cross, okay? Or at least make eye contact with him. I guess it ain't a kid. But once he gets to the double yellow, you could go. Okay, go ahead. This is gonna start walking backwards, you know? Like on, what movie was that? Where the townspeople were all fucked up and when they got sick, they would stop and start walking backwards. What was that movie?
I feel like I vaguely
it wasn't. Was it the? God, what was that one movie called? The Crazies? Was it that one?
It might be that one.
Where they would stop and it would take them over, and then they start walking backwards, and people were like, "Oh shit."
It might have been that one.
That movie's good. I haven't watched that one for a while.
I remember watching that one. That one was interesting.
It's pretty scary. Especially when their chicks are tied to the gurneys and the guy's coming through with the stabbing them
Oh, yeah.
with a pitchfork, I think. That was in that movie, right?
I think so. It's been forever since I watched that.
Oh, we got another case of this. 2 today. 2 people to wait for. I'm getting a whole bunch of new stuff today. Fire truck. I have to wait for a couple pedestrians. It's a good drive today.
Yeah.
Something happened good today. I have to schedule an actual appointment with Mike, you know. The reason he hasn't done it yet is because he's trying to get it done as cheap as possible too. You know?
Yeah.
Because if he has to come over, he has to charge me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's like, try this, you know? And
Obstacles everywhere.
make an actual appointment. Sure, he'll be able to figure it out, you know? That's what he does. I don't think he'd be wasting our time and not come up with a solution, you know?
Yeah.
He put the AC in. He knows how to get him going if stuff's wrong, I'm sure. He's got a process of elimination at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I've eliminated all the things that I could do, you know? Like I said I couldn't find a reset button on that dang motor. Maybe he could find that easy enough.
Yeah.
Or finally figure out why the fan ain't working. You're very good today. Like I said, I'm starting to feel like I'm just going for a drive with you, you know? Barely have to say anything at all. What if she's gonna hear us pull up? That's good. Oh, here's a little rabbit. Good job today.
Yeah.
A few new obstacles, challenges.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you. Love you.
So it's at 37:20.